The moon was just a sliver, a faint light in the dark sky. Deep in the Terai plains of Nepal, the Taru village slept. Suna, a girl of 13 years, lay on her mat, not truly asleep. Something stirred within her, a call she did not understand. Her small feet touched the cool earth and she moved without waking. Through the sleeping village towards the dense dark wall of the forest, the jungle awaited her arrival. The Sal forest loomed, tall trees stood like ancient sentinels. Suna walked deeper, unafraid, guided by an invisible hand. There it stood, the great Sal tree, older than memory, calling her name. The village of Beldangi was usually peaceful, but a change was coming. The Badgad Yatra was approaching, a time for feasting and remembering the spirits. The air felt different, tense, expectant. The village elders spoke in hushed tones about the great Sal tree. They said the tree was a guardian, a protector of the village, but it was also a keeper of pacts, forgotten promises. If the spirits were not happy, the festival could turn ominous. The secret of the Sal tree was rarely spoken aloud. Long ago, the village founders made a pact with the spirit of the tree. In return for respect and offerings, the tree promised protection. The whispers Suna heard, were they a reminder, a warning? Suna lived a simple life filled with chores and stories from her grandmother, Amma. Amma was the village's oldest woman. Her eyes held ancient wisdom. She saw the changes in Suna, the faraway look in her eyes. Amma knew about the Sal tree and the old stories. She worried for Suna but also saw a strength, a connection. Amma taught Suna many things, including respect for the unseen world. The forest has a soul, Suna, Amma would say. Listen carefully. Suna felt a deep bond with her grandmother, but another bond was growing stronger. The whispers were clearer now, more urgent. Suna felt torn between her village and the mysterious call of the forest. The days leading to the Badgar Yatra grew heavy. A strange stillness settled over the village. Suna felt the change most acutely. The whispers were no longer confined to the Sal tree. They followed her, demanding her attention. She started seeing things, shadows moving, a shimmer in the air. Once, looking into the well, she saw the deep, dark eyes of the Sal tree. The villagers noticed her distraction, her haunted eyes. Strange occurrences intensified. Tools went missing. The sacred lamp flickered. One evening, the path ahead of her dissolved into mist. She saw an older, wilder forest full of glowing eyes. Amma tried to soothe her, but the whispers only grew stronger. They spoke of the Badgar Yatra, of a forgotten ritual. They told Suna that she was the key to restoring balance. The forest was calling her, and she knew she had to answer. The night of the Badgar Yatra arrived. The air crackled with energy, torches blazed, drums beat a frantic rhythm. The entire village gathered, faces painted, colorful clothes swirled. But beneath the revelry, tension simmered. The elders looked towards the forest, their faces grim. Suna stood with Amma, her heart hammered against her ribs. The drumbeats seemed to echo the whispers in her head. They urged her forward, towards the fire, towards the dance. She felt her body begin to sway, moved by an unseen force. Amma gripped her hand. "Remember who you are, Suna," she whispered. Suna nodded, though fear was a cold knot in her stomach. Then it began. The drums reached a crescendo. The dancers moved with wild abandon. Suna stepped into the circle, her eyes closed. Her body moved in a strange, ancient dance. As Suna danced, the forest responded. A great wind swept through the clearing. The leaves of the Sal tree rustled loudly like a giant sigh. The villagers gasped, some cried out in fear, others fell to their knees in prayer. Suna danced on, unaware, lost in the spirit world. She was honoring the pact, speaking to the tree in a language older than words. The ancient energy flowed through her, connecting the village, the forest, and the forgotten spirit. The balance was restored. The dance ended as abruptly as it began. Suna collapsed to the ground, exhausted but peaceful. The wind died down, the drums fell silent. A profound stillness settled over the village. The oppressive atmosphere had lifted. The air felt clean, fresh. As the first light of dawn touched the sky, the village awoke to a new reality. The forest seemed different, greener, more vibrant. The Sal tree stood tall and majestic, its leaves shimmering with a gentle light. The ancient spirit was appeased, the forgotten pact was honored. Suna was no longer just Suna, she had changed. The villagers looked at her with awe and respect. She was the new link, the bridge between their world and the spirit of the forest. She had become a shaman, a guardian. The village was safe thanks to the courage of one young girl. The spirit of the Sal Tree was at peace, and so was the village of Beldangi.